Have you ever been tricked into clicking on a link or opening an attachment or going to a website and following someone's instruction only later to find out that they were a scammer or a hacker? I'm Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Live Technical Support. And coming up next, I'm going to show you one of the ways that you can protect yourself and your computer and your finances against loss from falling for this type of a trick or scam or a hack. If you haven't done so yet, please click the like button, click subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. One of the things that we have been talking about is how to protect your account, how to protect yourself, how to protect your accounts and how to protect your money from theft from scammers. And what actually happens is a scammer will actually, there's a few ways they can get in. They can either send you an email prompting a phone call or clicking a link or opening an attachment. They can actually have a message that pops up on your screen, or they can give you a phone call. We're focusing this topic on, or this discussion the last few weeks on the phone call, because that's the way this particular threat happened. What happened was the person received a phone call. The phone call said there's a problem with your Bitcoin account, and I won't say who was the custodian of this account, but there's a problem with this, and we need to lock this account so that your money isn't stolen. Well, who doesn't want to prevent their money from being stolen? But the person was suspicious, so he actually handed the phone over to someone that was younger than him, his son, that he thought would actually be a little bit more tech savvy on this, but unfortunately he was actually more trusting than the customer himself, and he actually ended up giving the information that was needed, the username, the password, the MFA code, and the bad guys got into the account and took out $150,000. So we've been talking about how you can protect yourself against this. And in previous videos, we'll actually when we roll out this link, we'll actually roll out the links to those other videos. We'll also put it in the description of this live video as well. That way you have that, and we'll put that into last week's video and the week before, the links to all of these individual videos if you want to watch the individual videos as well. But what we're going to talk about today, we have talked about implementing a zero trust mindset in the past. We've also talked about contacting someone that you trust that is also competent and knowledgeable about these things. Unfortunately, the person that our customer trusted and contacted was not knowledgeable enough or suspicious enough of this to actually protect him. And so you can actually contact someone that is trusted, that does know about this, that can help you determine whether this is legitimate or not. By the way, A Faster PC does provide that service for our customers, both our managed clients and our non-managed clients. And we also talked last week about how you can secure your accounts. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about implementing least privileges. And what least privileges means is that you have the least amount of privileges as what you need to have. And so with this, what we're looking at here is making the username that you use on your computer not have the rights to actually install programs or install malicious, any remote support software, because, I don't think this happened with this particular customer. We didn't see any evidence that there was remote access to his computer. I believe that it all happened over the phone, the person giving them the username, the password, sharing the MFA code, so that they can, quote unquote, protect the account. And obviously, they didn't protect the account. They lost. They stole the money. But 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 really, a lot of times there's a remote access where the person directs you to go to a website and download a program, and you'll actually install this program or launch this program that allows the scammers access to your computer. They then get your passwords. If you have passwords saved in your browser, they install other remote support software so that they can get in at any time that they want to. By the way, a Faster PC does provide remote support. We're trusted. You can know who we are. If you're here locally and are on the Treasure Coast, you can actually come in, shake our hand. You can talk to us. You can call us up. You can watch our videos. You can read our Google reviews. You can see that many, in fact, thousands of customers trust us and have trusted us, tens of thousands even, have trusted us over the years to protect their computers. We've repaired a lot of them, and we've helped a lot of people out of cyber breaches. But you want to implement, you want to really prevent yourself from having the authority to actually do something that may harm your computer or may give access to the bad guys to get into your computer. And one of the ways to do that is with least privileges, where your username does not have admin rights. So if you're tricked into opening an attachment that launches malicious code, that malicious code will not have the authorization to run because your username doesn't have the authorization to run. If you're tricked into clicking a link that launches malicious code, or wants to download and install a program to give the bad guys access to your computer, your username won't have access to do that, won't have the permission to do that. If you're instructed over the phone to do this, your username again won't have access to do this. So we can actually configure this on your computer. And by the way, you still have an admin account. Typically, if you wanted to know what it was, we could give that to you, but really it's safest if we just had access to that. We even have other ways where that password to that admin account can be changed on a regular basis, on a periodic basis. But we have been talking about least privileges. So what this means is when you log into your computer, your username doesn't have the rights to install programs. You're not an admin. And this can help protect you in a lot of ways because a lot of times, first of all, you may not know whether something is safe to click on or open or whether a program is safe to install or not. And so we actually have this least privileges where we can install and configure your computer so that when you log in, you don't have admin rights. By the way, when we log into our server, we don't have admin rights either. Even though we're technicians, we know what we're doing, we really know what to click on. What happens if we're not thinking one day and we accidentally click on a link that tries to launch malicious code? Well, we want to have safeguards in place so that even if I am mistaken or I just click without thinking, or maybe just I'm going through, I know people do this. A lot of times people see a link or a pop-up, they click yes or no without even reading what's there or knowing what's there. You're just mindlessly going through the motions there. So we want to encourage you to not mindlessly go through the motions. But even if you happen to mindlessly go through the motions and you happen to be tricked in by a hacker into going to a website to download a program to let them into your computer, or clicking on a link or opening an attachment, you want to have some safeguards there. So again, one safeguard is to have this least privilege where your username doesn't have that right. And we even have the ability, with that username that does have admin rights, we have the ability to actually change the password every single day. Even one of the things that we do now is if we log into your computer with an admin account and we have this system set up, right after we log in with that account, we can actually change the password to that account. And we do that we're talking a random password that's just created, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters, random. Typically we use 30 characters. It's it's not something that you would be able to remember. You probably could, if you have a really sharp memory, you might be able to memorize it, but you don't need to memorize it because it wouldn't last longer than a day anyway. And this helps protect your account, where you can call someone that you trust, someone that has the technical expertise that can actually determine, is this a link that should be clicked on? Is this an attachment that should be opened? Should we be installing this program? Should we be allowing these people who say there's a problem with the account to actually get into the computer? So we can actually provide that and help you with that. I hope you've liked this video, that you've learned something from it. If you have, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and also click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. And remember, when you have cybersecurity problems, you need a faster PC.